Hello everyone and welcome to the new class. Up till the previous class, we discussed the three types of or three classifications that come under kingdom Plantae. We discussed about algae, we discussed about bryophytes, we discussed about pteridophytes, we discussed about their classifications which came under them. So we had discussed all these scenarios. We discussed about the three classifications of algae, two classifications of bryophytes. There was no explanation about the pteridophytes for subclasses, but still we understood their names. uh, Further, if we speak, we have two more classifications to study, right? One is about the gymnosperms. One is about the gymnosperms. Another is about the angiosperms, where, according to the new syllabus, the angiosperms topic has been cancelled. You just need to understand only the basic thing, nothing in detail you need to understand. So we will study only the gymnosperms today. Angiosperms you read by yourself. Read the gymnosperms, write the notes on your own with the examples. If it is not given here, find examples, minimum 5 examples you find for gymnosperms. Okay. Angiosperms you read by yourself because it's been cancelled out of the syllabus. And next class we will discuss the next topic of this chapter, which is actually I think the final topic. And I believe in the next class we could wind up this chapter, right? Now, speaking about the thing that we are going to study today, the gymnosperm. So what does the word gymnosperm means? It is derived from two word. It is derived from two word, gymnos, which means naked, and sperma, which means seeds. Naked seeds means in the sense seeds which do not have covering. Actually, seeds will have this covering present over them, because if they have this covering, they would be escaped from the exposure, and they could survive. They could have a better structure. They could have a good healthy structure present in them. So since it is not present, uh, these are actually exposed to the environment. Okay. So naked seeds, what that is what the meaning of gymnosperms means. It is derived from the two words classification, gymnos and sperma. Actually, the ovule which is present inside the ovary wall, it is remained exposed. That is the main factor present in it. That is the main thing that is present in it. Okay. Gymnosperms category are medium-sized trees, tall trees, shrubs. All these comes under the gymnosperms. And the best example of gymnosperm is the giant redwood tree sequoia, which is actually the tallest tree species. The tallest tree species in the world is actually sequoia. It's a redwood tree. It comes under the gymnosperm category. There are more categories also, you just find out by yourself. They also have some association with some microorganisms, like I think we had discussed about the association of fungus with the algae. This association is known by the name lichens, right? Fungus give protection, shelter. Algae produce food. That combination is known as symbiosis. I think we had discussed it earlier. This combination, this association is known as symbiosis, and lichen is an example of symbiosis. Similarly, this gymnosperms also have some association with fungus. One association is known as mycorrhiza, which is found in the plant Pinus, pine plant, which we say. And also there are some association which have some roots called coralloid roots, which help in fixing the nitrogen with the help of the cyanobacteria. Okay, so Pinus, Cycus, these are examples that come under mycorrhiza. And some coralloid roots are also present in association with this fungus, and that is actually cyanobacteria. That comes under the cyanobacteria. Nothing more to understand here. They have thick cuticle. Cuticle, I believe we had studied. Wax coating. Cuticle means a wax coating over the leaves. That is what cuticle means. Thick cuticle, and they have sunken stomata. Means stomata is deep inside the leaves. Because of both these presence, water loss is very less in such scenarios. Okay, because they are found in very extreme conditions. Mainly gymnosperms have the ability to uh, tackle the extreme conditions, like the extreme weather conditions, like cold, extreme cold conditions or hot conditions. It can survive in any of the conditions. Okay, now speaking about their basic characteristic features, we have to understand that thing very importantly. What are their basic characteristics features? They are heterospores. What do you mean by heterospores? Heterospores means their spores or their gametes are of different size. Their gametes are of different size, right? That is known as heterospores. If it is of same size, it will be homosporous, right? We had studied in the topic, I believe, pteridophytes topic, we had studied that, right? They have this heterospores present in them, which means they have this microspore and megaspore. Microspore is the male, is representing the male gamete. Megaspore will represent the female gamete, right? Okay. These two kinds of spores will are actually present in the cone or the strobili structure present over it. This strobili structure, this which has microsporophylls and microsporangia, will have this microsporangiate or male strobili. This male strobili will produce pollen grain, right? And those which have megasporophyll, or which we say as has ovule or megasporangia, is known as female strobili or microsporangiate. This produces the ovule, right? Now the ovule and the uh, what we say as ovule, as well as the pollen grain, these both are present in their own specific structures, specific bodies. Okay. The ovule, which is present inside this megasporangia, it is clustered by to form a female cone or a female body or a female structure. Okay, so what the megaspore mother cell does, or what the ovule does, it divides with the help of meiosis. I believe in the smaller classes you had studied about meiosis, where one parent cell divides in itself to form four daughter cells. One parent cell divide to form into four daughter cells, right? Okay. Now this megaspore mother cell, which is the ovule. Okay, this megaspore mother cell divides into four megaspores. It will divide into four megaspores, or four different egg cells. We can say it divides into four different egg cells. Now what happens with the process of fusion? This megasporangium which we have got, it develops, or it bears this female sex organ, and this female sex organ will be retained after the fertilization process, right? um, the gymnosperms have a characteristic feature or a basic uh, difference which is very much unique and which is very much different from other species of plant kingdom, is that the gymnosperms have this male and female gametophyte that will be not living in a free living existence. It will not be freely living, it will be bound to something. Here we know that bryophytes and pteridophytes are not bound to anything. It is just found on the plant body, and it is just dispersed in the presence of water. Here it is not done in such a way. Okay. Now what happens? The sporangia, which we say as the male gametophyte, which has this pollen grain. This pollen grain comes into contact with the megasporangia, where the ovule, where the female sex organs part are present, female gamete is present. This female part opened into this female sex organ or this archegonia. They just enter into it with the help of a pollen tube. What happens there? Pollen grain give out male gamete, archegonia or the female sex organ will give out the female gamete. Male gamete and female gamete fuse together to form zygote. Zygote is the cell which helps to develop into next organism. Zygote divides furthermore, or zygotes develop furthermore, and zygote develop into embryo. This embryo, they will be two parts actually. Zygote will be also present, as well as zygotes develop into embryo as well as the ovules, where this embryo will develop into the new species or the new gymnosperm species, and ovule will develop into the seed, and the seed which doesn't has any covering, it will develop into a seed which has a covering. That's the process that happens in a gymnosperm category species. There are different examples given here: Cycas, Pinus, Ginkgo, and you can find some more examples. You have to write the notes by yourself, as I told you, as a homework, and you have to find 5 examples regarding it. Okay, I hope you understood the concept here, what I tried to mention. Megasporophyll produce pollen grain produce male gamete, archegonia. This male gamete, this pollen grain enter into archegonia, it will produce a pollen tube, it will produce a pollen tube, right? This pollen tube then takes the male gamete into the egg cell, or wherever the female gamete is present. Both of them fuse together. When they both fuse together, they form this cell known as zygote. This zygote develops into embryo, and there will be a covering known as ovule. This ovule will develop into the seed which doesn't has a covering, no covering, that is known as the gymnosperms. Okay, that's all for today's class. I hope you understood the concepts. Write the homework as I told you regularly, study regularly, stay safe, and wish you a happy Independence Day, all of you. Thank you.